In this segment, you're going to be learning more about blacktop, how to maintain it, and when you need to replace it outright.
To extend the life of your asphalt, you need to seal coat it every other year. There are a lot of companies that make products that are commercially available that will tell you the product will last 5 years or better. That's not the case. If you do seal coat your driveway every other year and have any cracks that develop filled in, it's going to double the life of your asphalt. You have to think of it like paint. It's kind of like painting wood that's outside. Every couple of years you want a nice good fresh coat to make it look good, but also to keep water from getting in. That's the main reason that you do all this. You keep the water from penetrating down into the surface. In the wintertime, especially in colder areas, it's going to freeze and crack, and it's going to lessen the life of your product. When your driveway is past its lifespan, it's going to come apart on you. You're going to have a lot of cracking, you're going to have pieces of asphalt coming up, and there's really no repairing that easily. There are two options at this point. One of them is totally replacing your driveway, and the other is an overlay. You would totally replace your driveway, which is the more expensive of the two options, when it's been done several times. You can only lay so many layers of asphalt on top of each other before it becomes too thick and it won't functionally meet up with concrete walkways or stairs, or it just becomes too high on the edges to match with your yard. It's an aesthetic issue. What happens in an overlay is the company that puts it in will cut the old asphalt at all of the concrete walkway meetings or stairwells where concrete meets asphalt, and where your asphalt meets your street. They should cut that out, and the rest of the drive will be oversurfaced, but that part of all the concrete needs to be lower in order to match evenly. But they'll cut out their areas that meet up with concrete. They will lay a 2-inch surface over the top of your existing asphalt and roll that down. And that should adhere well and last for years if it's applied properly. And to apply it properly, it just needs to be on a clean surface that's not too broken up. If it's extremely cracked, you need to make sure that before it's applied, that your contractor cuts out and removes any badly deteriorated areas or potholes. Fresh asphalt in a new application should be about 2.5 to 3 inches thick before it's compressed. A lot of companies will come out and they'll tell you they'll lay that, and they'll lay it and they won't compress it with a roller. And what happens is it looks nice and thick, but you want it compressed tightly, because if it's not, when you drive across it in the hot summer, the asphalt becomes pliable. And if you park a car on it, you'll have marks where the tires are. It'll sink literally into the asphalt. A overlay or in a brand new situation does not need to be sealed. You don't want somebody to come along and tell you they're going to seal coat it right away. It needs to naturally age. There are oils in the product that need to weather out over about a 6-month time frame. So it's good to wait almost a year before you would seal coat either of those applications.